To our top focus at this hour. Their economy is in doldrums and the Financial Action Task Force sword hangs on their head, which is why Pakistan is plotting a smoke and mirror situation. After the embarrassment of Afghanistan calling their bluff on Masood Azhar, now sources have told CNN News 18 that Pakistan could arrest Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar ahead of the October plenary of the FATF. But will this be enough to get off that grey list? That's the larger question. Also, is this just optics or is there some real intent as far as Pakistan is concerned? That's the big scoop that we're getting to you at top of 12 noon. Look at the situation in the backdrop of when all of this is happening. As I pointed out, Pakistan's economy is in doldrums. The recent floods haven't helped them either. And the Financial Action Task Force sword still hangs on their head, which is why this is what we're picking up by the means of sources, that Pakistan is now plotting a smoke and mirror situation after the embarrassment of Afghanistan calling their bluff and refuting allegations that had been made by Pakistan on Masood Azhar. Now sources have told CNN News 18 that Pakistan in fact could go ahead and arrest Jaish-e-Mohammed chief Masood Azhar ahead of the October plenary of the FATF. We'll try and connect with my colleague and our guests also in just a bit. But this is what we're understanding, that Masood Azhar could be arrested before October. But largely this will be seen as a cosmetic move ahead of the plenary, which, as I pointed out, is scheduled for the month of October. This is scheduled in Paris, I believe, from the 18th of October. Remember, Pakistan is globally also under a lot of pressure, specifically from the United States as far as the arrest of Masood Azhar is concerned. And the arrest was part of that commitment to the FATF action plan, which was committed by Pakistan. So will this cosmetic move actually now take place in the days to come? Because as I pointed out, that plenary is scheduled in Paris from the 18th of October. What we are understanding now is that Masood Azhar could be arrested before that scheduled date, which is the 18th of October. But as I pointed out, largely will be seen as a cosmetic move ahead of October plenary of the FATF to try and get itself off the grey list. My colleague Arunima, who's been getting us all these details, now joining us on the broadcast. Arunima, good morning. As I pointed out, on one hand, there is a lot of pressure by the United States on Pakistan. There is a commitment as far as the arrest of Masood Azhar is concerned. Then there is a bluff that is being called out by Afghanistan. All of this still looks like a pretty cosmetic move.
You know, what we are learning is that Pakistan could be forced because of the current circumstances that it is in as far as FATF grey list is concerned. It could be forced to show arrest of Masood Azhar. We have seen how these arrests ultimately, pan out as far as Hafiz Saeed is concerned, as far as Sajid Mir is concerned. We do know the history that Pakistan has as far as arrest of these big terrorists are concerned. But even then, it is significant if they come on record and say Masood Azhar is in custody, because that is what India has been demanding. Why is this significant? Because Pakistan so far has tried to tell the world, has tried to tell the FATF that they have implemented the entire action plan. All the points that they were asked to implement, they have implemented that. For Masood Azhar, they said we have convicted him in absentia. That is something India objected to, saying that you can't convict somebody in absentia and not make effort to arrest him, because this is exactly what you did with Sajid Mir as well. In case of Sajid Mir, it was first said that he's dead and therefore, there is no case that can be made out against him. Under sustained pressure, finally Pakistan in earlier this year around May was forced to arrest Sajid Mir and show his conviction. So this pressure from India specifically to act in the same way against Masood Azhar is what could finally lead to his custody. We all know that Masood Azhar, at least that's what Indian agencies believe, is in Bahawalpur, that he was being safeguarded by ISI. Pakistan tried to wash its hand off earlier in the week by saying he's in Afghanistan and Afghanistan should arrest him, something that Taliban has completely denied. So that's where matter stands. Before October 16th, could there be some movement is what India is watching.
Okay, Arunima, before I talk to you about the bluff that is being called out by Afghanistan and also how the time is ticking for Pakistan, first, just for the benefit of our viewers, talk to us about the commitment that was made by Pakistan to FATF.
Okay, let me begin by 2020 plenary that happened. At the 2020 plenary, three individuals of interest were highlighted, and Pakistan was asked to act against these three. These three were Rauf Asghar, Masood Azhar and Sajid Mir. Rauf Asghar, there was an immediate action against him. Pakistan said we've acted against him. He's been convicted. Masood Azhar, they said he's nowhere to be found. And Sajid Mir, after dilly-dallying for long, after showing up a fake death certificate, they said that we have some intelligence, and they said Lashkar-e-Toiba sources have given us fresh leads about Sajid Mir's presence, so we are tracking him down. Finally, like I said, Sajid Mir was also arrested. So out of the three, the action plan asked them to act against three individuals of interest. Out of three, Masood Azhar is the only one who is not in custody officially so far. Pakistan has tried to get around that situation by saying, but we have convicted him. This conviction in absentia is the bluff that India is calling out, and what India hopes and believes is that ahead of the next meeting of the FATF, there could be more pressure exerted on Pakistan from the United States of America to act against Masood Azhar. Until that happens, India believes it will be difficult for Pakistan to get off the grey list.
Okay, Arun, I'll just request you